So the massive fight that everybody's been gearing up for over the past 2 months is happening very soon. And in this video, my aim is to show you everything that's going to be going down in this video. And if you're playing the Korean release of Throne Liberty, I highly, highly recommend, even if you're not part of a guild, coming and getting involved in this fight. Now, one of the crazy parts about this is sort of diving into the pay-to-win scenario of this game. But this castle, if you can see it there, this castle currently holds 12 billion. 12 billion. I currently have 100,000. This holds 12 billion gold and 1.8 million lucent. Now, lucent is the premium currency in the game. This is the currency you could say, right, I'm going to put in. I think it's about £60 for around 4,000 lucent. I think if you do the math, let's just do it quickly now. Now, my math is shit at the best of times. I skipped school. Straight up skip that. But I think, based on my shitty calculations, which could be well off, let me know in the comments if I'm well off, I think around 1.8 million lucent premium currency, if you were to buy this directly from the game, works out to be somewhere between 25 to 30,000 pounds, as you were. Dollars, pounds, whatever. So this castle is absolutely insane. You don't get that if you own the castle. There are ways that this is going to be spread out. Let's get into the video. So before the fight actually starts, whoever is rank 1 on the guild list will become the initial owners of the guild. These guys will be called the Legion. That's what they call it. The Legion own the castle. Yeah, the rank 1 guild. The goal essentially for the rank 1 guild is to protect the prince. Whoever owns the castle at the end gets a large sum payout from the money that you just saw. Now, the siege lasts for around 1 hour. At the start, it seems that everybody's going to get teleported out to the nearby towns and villages, and then people can start to make their way back in and start to prepare for the siege. The castle walls, the towers, and the gates can be straight up destroyed. There are 2 outer gates and 1 inner gate. You can absolutely destroy them. However, there are sets of levers that will allow you to also open up these gates. So there are 2 levers on the wall. These levers have to be operated simultaneously. So 2 players are going to need to operate these, which will then lift the gate. So maintaining control of the walls for the defending team is going to be super important. There is also 2 more levers inside, which will allow you to also open the gates, I guess, as defenders, or if you find a way to infiltrate, you can also open the gates. Now, for the siege itself, guild leaders, guild officers, and in game they're called guardians and advisors. You guys will be the ones who can use the golems. Now, the golems can be purchased at your guild hall. I cannot tell you how awesome this is going to be. There are 4 types of golems, and these are called the Golem Slate Gate Hammer. We have the Stone Crasher. We have the Jump Attacker. And we have the Battle Carrier. Now, we don't know exactly what these do. We do know that there is one with a massive gate, which is I'm going to assume is going to be able to smash down the other gates. There is one that I think is just a straight up kind of PvP style golem. There is one that allows you to stand on top of it. So it's got kind of a platform. You can stand on top of it and kind of use it as a siege ladder, essentially. I'm not sure what the last one is, but these are pretty cool. The way you can spawn the golems is outside the castle. You will find that there are multiple siege ruins. If you can capture one of these siege ruins, this will allow you to spawn the golem. As far as we're aware, that's what they've told us in the video. So on to the actual castle fight itself. Okay, so this is a look of the castle. So let's assume that you've broke down a gate or smashed the wall up. You're now looking to take over the castle. Now you can see within here there are grayed out elements here. These ones, for example, you can use these if you capture this. As far as I'm aware, any guild member can capture it, but a guild officer or a guild leader, the guardians, advisors, or the guild leaders, if they capture it quicker. But anybody can capture these. You have resurrection places and spawn points and teleportation places. So if you were to capture this one here, number 1, castle wall resurrection location, the occupying guild can resurrect and teleport here. Then we also have what I would say is just as important, the town pillage zone. Now, what this is the This is a way for you guys to earn some money off this massive pool here without actually being the owners or the winners of the castle. So for argument's sake, if you hold this, you need to hold this for 5 minutes, and then you will loot some taxes from the castle. So let's make up a scenario. There is the two massive alliances that's probably formed on your server. Big Dick versus Big Dick is currently fighting out inside the Stone Guard Citadel. And there'll be some smaller fights sort of happening outside here. Let them have it out in the middle if you're a smaller guild, for example, and try and capture one of these pillage zones, because that will allow you to get a piece of this pie. Maybe you've got a smaller alliance or something like that. Do your best to try and capture one of these, because this is your way to earn some of this crazy cash. Now, if you do want to go and have a big shot at taking the castle itself, what it looks like you're going to need to do is fight your way here. So we've got a set of gates here. We have another set of gates here. And we'll do a little tour in a minute, but there should be another way in here as well. Once you are inside the castle, you are going to have to fight over the prince. Let's get in the castle. Right, so this is kind of entering the castle itself. A lot of you guys would have seen this by now, but for viewers who are not particularly playing yet, this is the entrance to the external. You'll be able to see just down the side there. It's kind of hard to see at night time, but there's like a little statue. That is point 3, which is a pillage zone. That is where you can capture and hold for some money. I'll show you another one in a minute. There's Albatross checking out as well. There's lots of different places here, and what's quite exciting is that there is a sewer system as well, which you can get through. I'll talk about that in a minute. But here's the next section. You have to make your way through this gate here. Now, I don't know if there is going to be a way to smash down these walls. I'm assuming there will be, because lots of these walls are destructible. But if not, you are going to see an absolutely epic choke point fight within this castle. Anyway, on we go. Oh, there's the sewers. Just while we're here, there's the sewers. So you can make your way through these sewers and get up through here. Now, it's a pretty cool system in the game where if you are one of the leading guilds, you have certain powers, and one of these powers is to be able to create rain. So you can force rain across the area that you're in. If you own this and you are the defending team and you know people are coming through the sewers, you can force rain, which will fill up the sewers so they can't come through. Pretty cool. Anyway, let's head into the castle. So this is where you're going to want to be going. Inside the castle itself, probably another insane choke point fight here. Need to do a little bit of scouting around the castle. It looks like there's potentially a route in there. But this is where the main fight is going to be happening. Now, what will happen here is there will be a prince that spawns. If you are the defending team, you need to defend the prince. If you are the attacking team, you need to go and interact with the prince. You, as the guild leader, will turn into the prince, and you need to defend this area for 3 minutes. If you successfully defend the area for 3 minutes, you become the occupying guild of the castle, and after the siege ends, you then own the castle. Super cool. The more allies within the zone, I'm going to assume that there's going to be a bit of a fight area within here. We don't know the exact zone yet. The more allies that are fighting with you as the guild leader, attacking the castle, the less damage you take as the guild leader. They created something where the more allies together, it stacks up within your favor, and then you take less damage, essentially. So if we head in here quick, this is just another piece of the castle. The castle is extremely well made. It's just visually stunning. If you get a minute, come and have a look around here, because this is brilliant. This is one of the pillars that you can take it. So if you were to claim this during this fight, you would then hold it for 5 minutes, and then you would get a piece of the money. You would get a piece of the pie, the lucent pie. There's also something here, the minion manager. Now, finally, what happens is, let's say you win the fight, or a guild wins the fight and they control the castle. The castle will stay ruined. So the walls will be down, the gates will be smashed. You, as the owners of the castle, it's now your responsibility to spend your guild resources, I guess some of the money that you've just made, on repairing the castle, and you will continue to hold the castle and claim the castle until the next fight occurs. So it's within your interest to repair the walls, repair the gates, fix up the place, ready for the next castle fight. It does look like there's 2 entrances here. We're right. So there's one entrance on the right here, one I guess if we're looking at the castle, one entrance on the right and one entrance straight down the middle. So 2 lovely fight points here. This is another capture point. It's just genuinely brilliant. I'm very, very excited to play this now. A lot of you guys might know me from New World. We had a really, really fantastic time on New World. You know, regardless of the game state. I know a lot of you guys might take the piss there, but regardless of the game state, we had a genuinely fantastic time. These look like they're destroyable gates as well. This could make for an extremely fun, fascinating fight if you can destroy these as well. But yeah, this is the castle. Now, just sorry if you're not a New World player. This is like, assume this is Everfall. This is going to be taking the main town with the most money and the most taxes. Now, the last point of this is there is another system in play that they didn't talk to us about yet, which we will find out as much as we can. There are taxes in other villages. As far as I'm aware, I've only found this one yet. So the Vienta Village Tax Collector. This is holding 1 billion gold and 100,000 lucent. There is some sort of content that the owners of the castle have to do a tax delivery. So they'll have to, for example, say, go from Stoneguard down to Vienta Village to pick up the taxes. And while that's happening, enemy guilds have the opportunity to ambush them, fight them, and take that gold as well. So a super cool piece of content that we don't know too much about yet. So super excited about that. But anyway, I'm kind of waffling at this point. That is as much of an overview of we've got about the castle at the moment. What I'll probably look to do is do a bit of a walk around the castle to give you guys a real nice tour. Maybe once it's daytime, I'll give you a full Stoneguard Citadel tour. It's very, very cool, very well made. Super excited to fight around this, and we can kind of look for some of the sneaky locations. But I will be online during this fight. I will stream this fight, or I will record this fight, depending on what time it is. I just cannot tell you how insane this is going to be. So today we saw one of the new world bosses, and it was over 1,000 people. This was a PvP world boss. So the Game of Thrones is beginning on the server. Lots of people are having discussions. There is meetings happening. There is secret meetings happening. Politics has begun. Everybody wants to own this castle, and it's getting quite exciting, actually. So there's politics happening between the guilds on the servers, and yeah, it should make for a very, very exciting battle here. It's going to be mental. There is going to be easily over 1,000 people fighting on this, and it is going to be an absolute fucking spectacle when it comes to MMORPGs and PvP and guild fights. So see you on the next video. The next one will be a Stoneguard Citadel tour. If you enjoyed this, if there's anything I've missed, please feel free to drop a comment below. And yeah, absolutely loving TNL. See you on the next one.